Dad?
Ah, you finally got it.
What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter. Why's there gotta be something the matter?
Well, the way you sounded on the phone, I thought there was a problem.
Did I say there was a problem?
No, but you usually don't call unless there's a problem.
There's no problem. Sit down.
Well,
I've met someone.
Dad, that's great. I thought I saw a twinkling in your eye, you dog.
That's not the only thing that's twinkling.
How long have you been seeing her?
6 months. And I'm telling you, she's been a revelation.
A revelation, eh, you dog. I'm really happy for you, Dad. You know, a companion. That's what you really need. Somebody to talk to watch television with a friend.
Yeah, all of it. Actually, it's gotten pretty serious.
How so?
Well, you'd be surprised to learn I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. I want you to be my best man.
What?
I asked her to marry me.
I heard you. Best man? You haven't said a word about this woman, and all of a sudden you're getting married?
I was waiting for the right time. Then I figured I might as well just tell you.
Is it someone that you met here?
Of course I met her here. You think I go night clubbing?
Let me guess. Mrs. Turnbull.
She's a tramp. She used to be a dime a dance girl. Now you can get her for a couple of out-of-date yogurts.
You shouldn't talk that way about her. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, well, then you date her. Now, it's someone else. She's younger.
I figured that.
Why?
Well, because you're 97. Who's older? So she's younger, huh, you dog? How old is she, 90?
Younger.
80?
Younger.
70?
Younger.
Dad, no one lives here any younger.
I didn't say she lives here. She works here.
Oh, she works here. Oh, how old is she?
21.
21 what?
21 years old.
Have they changed your beds?
It's amazing, isn't it?
I mean, what on God's green earth would a 21-year-old want with you?
She wants the same things all women want.
Oh, and those would be?
You want me to go down the list? What do you think?
I'm trying not to think.
She wants to be respected and loved and cared for. She wants someone to listen to her talk. And talk. And talk. My God, that woman can talk. Just like your mother. Only now, I like to listen.
You know, I can't imagine what Mom will say when she finds out.
I just phoned her.
What'd she say?
Well, you know your mother always had a flowery way with words. She said, "You should drop dead." What did you think she would say? "I wish you luck"? Never.
Why'd you tell her?
That was better she heard it from me. Plus, I wanted to rub her nose in it.
You know, I thought you said that there wasn't a problem.
There's no problem.
Oh, no, I think there's a really big problem. You can't marry a 21-year-old.
She's legal. I got the license.
That's not the point. It's just wrong.
I rewrote my will. I got a steel-clad prenup. Everyone will be taken care of. This is the happiest I've been in years. I feel like a new man.
You rewrote your will.
Dad, that's great. I'm happy for you. Now, with you, it's all about the money, the age, and the sex.
Who said anything about sex?
You were thinking it.
You're gonna make me sick.
Why can't you see that two people met and fell in love?
You know, she's obviously out for something.
That's the way of life, and I accept it.
Yeah, if you were the same age, I could understand it. If you were close to the same age, I could understand it, but you're not. She's out for something.
Okay, she's out for something. I'm out for something. It's not the worst thing in the world to be out for something. Who's out for nothing?
Wait a minute, you're making this up, aren't you? For some reason, you decided to torture me. There is no 21-year-old. You have an iPhone?
Oh, she sent me a tweet.
And you're on Twitter?
Oh, listen to this. Missing you, see you soon. #Sugarfoot. Sometimes she sends me videos of kittens, go figure.
Like, that's not gonna drive you crazy.
You know what drove me crazy? Your mother collected little Japanese dolls. I had 400 little Japanese dolls staring at me in the living room, the bedroom, the bathroom. That's 800 eyes watching me all the time. I was self-conscious to take a leak. Now that wasn't normal.
You know, what could you possibly have in common with the 21-year-old?
Are we gonna go bungee jumping? No.
Or does she want you to go bungee jumping?
No!
Well, then what do you have in common?
We get along with each other. We enjoy each other's company. Isn't that enough?
Well, under normal circumstances, that would be enough. But this ain't normal.
Look, I didn't set out to fall in love with a 21-year-old. If she were 31 or 41 or 91, it would have been the same. It just happens to be she's 21. I'm not going to question God's plan.
That's the second time you said love.
That's right, love. It's an emotion that people fall into from time to time. It involves the blood and the heart and an ability to suspend disbelief. I wouldn't expect you to understand being married to that iceberg.
And I suppose that she said she loves you too. She does, right? And Myra is not an iceberg. We'll be married 48 years next month.
You pulled a life sentence in solitary.
You never did like her.
I don't have to like her. You have to like her. I just have to accept it. Now I'm asking you to accept it. Why is it so hard to believe that someone could love me?
It's not just someone. It's a 21-year-old woman marrying a 97-year-old man. I just find that odd, and so does the rest of the world.
Is the rest of the world in here with me? Does the rest of the world know what I feel in my heart? Don't tell me about the rest of the world.
I mean, why would you want something like this at this point in your life?
Yeah, I got a picture of her. She's an old-fashioned kind of a girl. She likes to stay home and keep house, cook, and bake.
And she's black.
Oh, didn't I mention that?
No, I would have remembered that.
Well, that's not a problem, is it? Didn't your son marry a black girl?
And who wasn't thrilled?
Initially, no. Then I pulled him aside one day and I asked him, why are you marrying that girl? He said, I love her. I thought about it and I accepted. They've been married all these years now and have raised 2 kids. You know, when they were little, they were the only ones to send me a birthday card. They draw pictures on the card, and what, I don't know.
She put him up to that.
Of course she did, but I appreciated the effort. I didn't look for a motive. Those cards were sent with love and received with love. It was more than I got from the other great-grandkids or grandkids. Or kids, for that matter.
And that bothered you?
I see other people getting cards and balloons and cakes. All I got was one card with some pictures on it that I didn't even know what the hell they were.
Look, I'll get you balloons and a card.
I prefer the cake. Come on, what do you say? You gonna be my best man or what? I gotta know soon. My next choice is on thin ice.
Wait a minute. Is this not the same man that just 1 year ago we had to put out a silver alert on because you were missing for 3 days?
I knew where I was. Other people thought I was missing.
And when the police found you that night, you gave your name as Oscar Hammerstein? It must have been some enchanted evening.
It was the first name that came into my head. Why the hell should I tell them my name?
Because you were missing and they were looking for you.
I was visiting a friend. I don't see why you had to love the police. I never had to answer to anybody, and I wasn't going to start then.
No. So it's better that you spend a week getting evaluated in the psych ward.
Pill pushers. They had me so doped up I'd have said anything. I confessed to the Lindbergh kidnapping.
I heard.
Yeah, what's next? Shock treatment and a lobotomy for what? A few days spent with a friend?
You know, I don't know what to say, Dad. I just thought I'd come pay you a visit. You know, we go for a walk, we talk about your incontinence, Maybe we trim your toenails and you hit me with this.
It's a lot to take in, I'll grant you that.
Thank you.
I see the problem now.
It's about time.
Now, you're not seeing it. You and the rest of the world are prepared for me to die, but not to live. Look at me.
I know, Dad. For a man of your age, you're in remarkably good shape.
Yeah, and you know why I'm in such good shape?
No.
Neither do I. I drank like a fish and smoked like a chimney. I should have been dead 40 years ago. But I'm not. I'm alive. What am I supposed to do?
You know, did you talk to your doctor about this?
Dr. Finkelstein.
Yeah, what did he say?
Mazel tov. He wants to know if she has a sister. Now that's the kind of doctor I can respect. Not like those pill pushers. He knows what's good for a man.
Is that what this is all about? You're still being a man?
I never stopped being a man. According to you, when did I stop being a human being?
I never said you weren't a human being.
Well, then let me be a human being. Let me have the time of my life or fall on my face. In the big picture, this is nothing. Look at the things I've been through. The depression, not 5 cents in my pocket. People hungry, families destroyed. The war. I saw and did things no man should. And worst of all, I survived 60 years of marriage to your mother. I still get nightmares. Believe me, after that marriage, this is a walk in the park.
Look, I want to help you, Dad. I want to be happy for you. Want to help.
Well, then help me by being happy for me.
It's just, it's too damn strange.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was strange, too. I thought I was making the whole thing up, maybe going a little crazy. So I took a chance. What would you know about taking a chance? You went from your mother telling you what to do to the iceberg telling you what to do. You haven't taken a chance in your whole life.
So what chance did you take?
I was standing next to her, and I wanted to hold her and kiss her. I thought, if I'm wrong, she'll scream and I'll just be a crazy old man.
Should have listened to that thought.
I was afraid I'd lose her. I was frozen, not knowing what to do. I went back and forth for weeks. I was going crazy thinking about it. So I took a chance. I held her close to me, and she held her face up to mine. And I knew she had feelings for me, too.
Is there a wastebasket in here I may throw up?
Over there.
Look, I have to ask you this. I don't want to, but I have to. What did the two of you do together?
We have a perfectly normal relationship. I go over to her apartment. She makes a little something to eat. We watch Dancing with the Stars. We sit together, we talk, maybe a sip of wine, hold hands, neck.
Okay.
You can't handle that?
Can't handle it. I wouldn't touch it with a stick. If it was lying on the floor, I'd step over it.
She calls it canoodling.
Bleh!
When was the last time you and the iceberg did some canoodling? It might do you a world of good. Where did I go wrong with you? I swear sometimes I wonder if you're my son at all. Bleh!
What's the matter?
The thought of canoodling with the iceberg. I'll never get that picture out of my head.
You know, I'm going to go to court and I'm going to have you declared incompetent.
I'll have you declared incompetent. I told you the family will get the money. Isn't that the point? Isn't that your worry?
Well, no, it's not. Not entirely.
Aha!
Nothing. Look, I just want to see that you're not taken advantage of or made a fool of me. Think of what people will say.
People will say nothing to me. Yeah, behind my back, they'll make wisecracks about the way she'll probably kill me. Wink, wink. They'll ask you if I'm crazy and how could you stand by and let me do such a foolish thing.
Aha, so you admit it's foolish?
I admit nothing. I'm not going to base my happiness on what other people say. What am I, a 14-year-old girl? Why do you care what people say?
Because you make me look like a fool, too.
So it's better you don't look like a fool, and I just wither away and die. Do you know how disappointed that makes me feel?
Oh, I've disappointed you. Like I haven't been that a billion times. What do you want? I spent my entire life trying to make you proud.
How?
How? I took over your business, didn't I? And I ran it well. And I kept the business in the family, and I passed it along to my son. He now runs it. My son, your grandson.
And you're proud of that?
Yeah, I am. And so should you be.
You thought that's what I wanted?
It isn't.
No! I wanted you to throw the business in my face and do something on your own, without your mother or the iceberg telling you what to do.
I don't believe you. You wanted me to take over that business. That's how you talk, that's how you act.
Well, I talked and acted that way because I didn't think you had the nerve to do anything else. I offered you the business hoping you'd refuse it, but you didn't, so what could I do but accept it? I'd have stood behind you with anything you wanted to do, but you took the easy way.
I didn't want any part of that damn business. I only did it because I thought I'd be disloyal and ungrateful to you if I didn't.
What's the difference if you were disloyal and ungrateful? That business was my passion. I built it for nothing, less than nothing. It was my life. I knew you hated it. How do you think that made me feel? Not that I cared that you hated it, but you were running the business that meant everything to me and nothing to you. Sure, you were a great success and I'm supposed to be proud, but you wasted your life.
So I ran your business, made a success of it, passed it along to my son, and for this, I'm a failure.
You took over the business because you were told to. Don't you see? Your mother and the iceberg had no confidence in you to make a decent living. Don't you see they let you play the martyr while making their lives interesting and comfortable?
What do you want from me?
Stand up for me. Be my best man. For some reason, it's important to me that you're behind me on this. For once in your life, take a chance.
Oh, I've taken plenty of chances.
With what? You remember I told you to buy Apple at 4?
Not this
did you
again.
say?
I
What
said,
did
not
you
this again, not this again.
No. What did you say? I'll tell you what you said. I have to talk to the iceberg.
I never called Myra the iceberg.
The iceberg, the witch of Wall Street, said no. So you listened to her and you lost out.
That's how we do things. What would you have done?
I went to your mother and I laid out all the facts and figures, the statistical analysis. I could see this was the chance of a lifetime. She looked at it for 2 seconds, said no. So I went behind her back and did it anyway. I took a chance. Do you have any idea the money I made from that one move? So are you going to be there for me or not?
Are you getting cold feet?
Of course I am. I'm scared out of my mind. I don't know if I can handle this.
Well, you could get out of it.
I didn't say I wanted out of it. I'm allowed to be scared. It's normal.
Where are you going to live?
She has an apartment. I'll move in there.
So, let me get this straight. Now, you're going to leave this place here, where you're well taken care of, where they have 24-hour medical staff on call. They see you have plenty to eat, activities to suit your needs, to move in with a 21-year-old woman that you've known for 6 months.
She'll be my wife, not some 21-year-old woman I've known for 6 months.
So then why don't you just move in with her? You can live together. Why do you need to get married?
She wants to start a family.
That's it. All right, that's it.
Relax, sit down.
Start a family. You're 97 years old. You're not going to start a family at 97. You're both crazy.
We're no crazier than anybody else. And as far as starting a family, that's already underway.
What?
As far car is starting to
I
fail.
heard you.
She's 3 months along. What's the matter? You never heard of the birds and the bees?
This has got to be the most self-centered, egotistical, arrogant thing I ever heard of.
Granted, it wasn't
You'll
planned.
be 102 years old when your kid goes to kindergarten.
100 is the new 80.
You'll be 115 when he graduates high school. No, wait a minute. You'll be dead by then.
Did it make you feel better to say that?
No. I don't know why I said it.
Now you don't. How about you're embarrassed and ashamed of me, huh? How about you don't want any part of this, and it would suit you if I died to keep you from looking like a fool?
That's not true. But Dad, do you know what you're doing?
I'll be the best father I know how. That child will want for nothing. I'll give 100% of myself for as long as I have.
100% at 97. What is 100% at 97?
You have a point, but that's not the point.
You got yourself into this nightmare, now what?
It's not a nightmare, it's a baby. Whatever I have left, that's what 100% will be. Look, a man and a woman met, fell in love, and are having a child. I know the world has changed a lot, but that hasn't changed. I can't see where any of this will lead. No man can ever see that. It's not for a man to know. But I can't apologize for being a man.
How do you even know that it's yours?
I'm not 100% sure you're mine, but after all these years, I've accepted it. We've been dating for 6 months. She's 3 months along. You do the math.
I'm doing the math. 97 and 21, it don't add up.
I thought you'd be happy.
Why?
You always wanted a baby brother.
Baby brother. Ugh.
Stop that. You're embarrassing
You
me.
are insane.
It's a boy. I came through for you. A little late, I don't say no, but you could look at it that way.
Sure, I could look at it that way, but where am I saying? Oh yeah, and what do you mean you don't even know if I'm your son?
Your mother went to Atlantic City one weekend with 2 friends. 2 weeks later, she informs me she's expecting. No, I didn't remember having relations with her. I couldn't even remember having a cordial handshake with her.
And then why after all these years do you bring this up now?
I'm not bringing it up, I'm just mentioning. You could be the bellboy's son for all I know. The main thing is I accepted it.
So what am I supposed to say? Thank you?
No need to say anything. I've been a good father to you.
Oh, isn't that for me to say?
Well, now's your chance. Have I been a good father to you or not?
You know you have, but not all the time.
What do you mean?
9:45.
What's that?
That's when Mom would come to me and say, get your father. And I'd have to go down to that stinking bar and get you to come home.
I'd have a few drinks after a long day. I had to unwind.
You made me come to that stinking bar full of drunks to get you.
That was your mother that sent you. Anyway, those were my friends, and they treated you right. You were like our mascot. Remember they'd give you money to sing a song?
Oh, sure. Who could forget those lovely times? There's nothing like being goaded into standing on top of a bar and singing a song to a room full of drunks. It's one of my most precious childhood memories.
You made some money.
Another precious memory. I still feel that drunk lady's long, bony fingers putting $1 into my pants pocket and then feeling around down there.
And you're complaining?
All day I thought about having to go get you. You know how that made me feel? It was 9:45, got closer, and get a knot in my stomach, hoping that you'd walk through that door. But you never did.
it's a hard door for me to walk through. She wanted to shame me by sending you to get me, but I wouldn't let her.
Great, so you made me go through that.
Your mother didn't have to send you. She knew where I was and who I was with. That wasn't her game. She wanted you to hate me.
Still smell that stale booze and beer and hear those stupid stories and laughs. And then you played the fool by pretending I had to go into that place and pull you out. And you made me play the fool too.
It was just fun. Nobody played you for a fool. Don't you see I couldn't go home? If I had, that wouldn't have been any good either. It was better I came in when she was sleeping. Better for everyone.
Oh? So you got loaded every night and had to have your 12-year-old son drag you out of the bar for the good of the family? Please.
Well, when you put it that way.
Mom didn't have to make me hate you.
Did a day go by when you didn't know I loved you? How many people can say that? Sure, mistakes were made, but you never doubted how I felt about you. I'm sorry if I put you in a bad spot from time to time, but it was the best I could do. I always looked out for you. If they gave out medals, I'd have a chest full for being married to your mother.
Mom would have some medals too.
Yeah, I suppose she would. Are you going to stand up for me? Be my best man?
Myra's going to have a fit. She won't come, you know.
Not a problem. She's not invited.
Dad, why are you doing this?
When is it that reaching across the table and touching her hand, seeing her smile, holding her, feeling her warmth in your bed is wrong? You know, when you're young, they tell you you're too young to know. Then when you're old, they tell you you're old enough to know better. So where is the cutoff? When are you supposed to know you don't need to be loved anymore or love someone in return?
You're a good salesman, Dad.
You think this is a sales pitch?
Oh, yeah.
You sold.
I just don't want to hurt Mom's feelings.
Look, if you do it because you want to. Now, if I see you there, I'll know it's because you want to be there. Not because you feel obligated or you want to make me happy. And if I don't see you there, I'll know that's how you really want it. I'll accept it either way, but for God's sake, do what you want. Do what your heart tells you to do.
Look, my head tells me that you're a crazy SOB.
No news there.
But my heart tells me that I should be there.
Thank you. You gotta know this means a lot to me. Oh, wait, you got a minute? I got some ideas for the bachelor party.
Bachelor?
Something intimate and discreet. A few strippers, but tasteful.
Look, I'll get into that in a minute. Right now, is there anything else going on that I should know about?
Only that she's Jewish, and I'm thinking of converting. She's Jewish.
I heard you.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
You know, Dad, I don't think that Dylan Thomas wrote that thinking about a 97-year-old white Catholic marrying a 21-year-old black Jew.
Now that's where you're wrong. To me, that's exactly what he was talking about. I want to ask you something. If you hadn't taken over the business, what did you really want to do with your life?
I wanted to teach. I wanted to be an art teacher.
Well, maybe it's better you listen to your mother and the iceberg. Come on.